Hello and welcome to your practice. I'm on retreat in Thailand and we're exploring the heart practices this week, the Brahma Viharas. And this morning I taught about Mudita, so I'm going to give you a little snippet of what we explored today. And Mudita means appreciative joy. It's our ability to notice and celebrate the joy in other people that they have, as well as the joy in ourselves. And joy often feels like frivolous or extra, especially when times are tough, especially when the world is in so much strife as it is always in some form, especially right now. But the importance of sinking into and really acknowledging and noticing the sweetness in life is ever more important because of it. There's a little excerpt from a poem by Jack Gilbert that I'll share, and he says, "We must risk delight. We can do without pleasure seeking and excitement, but we must be stubborn in our gladness because it is a ruthless furnace of a world." So really what it's speaking to is that life is hard. Life is really, really hard in a multitude of ways. And because of that, our ability to counteract it with those moments of joy, the laughter, the sweetness, the hug, the moments of connection is ever more important, and it actually should be compulsory. It's actually urgent to live enchanted with enchantment. So to notice, little bits of sweetness throughout the day, little glimmers. It's not frivolous. It's a beautiful, powerful practice. And we practice in the good times so that we remember how to get there when we're in the dark. We create those patterns now. So in this short practice today, we're just going to move the body, and I want you to explore finding little pockets of joy in the body, little moments of sweetness, even when you feel tension. Because we'll find tension, and when we do, can we also find pockets of softness, pockets of sweetness, maybe even in the breath. Yeah. So that's the invitation, that's the exploration, that we can hold both at the same time. So close your eyes down, or let your eyelids be heavy. And just to begin, bring to mind something that has been hard lately. Dukkha. Dukkha is commonly translated as suffering, but it also means discontent, unsatisfactory, things that bring us challenge. And then also something that has been sweet. Sukha. Sweet moments. A little glimmer. It's a both and. It's a beautiful practice to note both of these, not negating either one of them, not bypassing either one of them, but realizing that they are a duet. Big inhale, lift the arms up, let them float up like they're being inflated. And then exhale, hands to heart center, maybe kind of curl down, bow down slightly, curl the back. And then inhale, get really big, open the heart. And then exhale, close off. Inhale, get big, inflate, wings go wide. Exhale, get small, once more like this. Even here, both and. Includes it all. Inhale, get big. And exhale. Hands to the knees. About 3-4 spirals each side in the spine. They can be really little or they can be big. So maybe even here in the body, you can recognize like, ooh, that feels a little bit cranky, or, oh, That feels sweet. Go the other side. I often like finding those spots where it's like a good hurt, you know, that stretch where you're like, oof, but it's delicious. You know, blending the two. All right, hands and knees, tabletop position. And I want you to explore in cat-cow, but I want you to play with picking up the hands and moving in like an anti-pattern. So trying to not find a pattern and then picking up the legs a little bit too. Those of you who like to know what to do and to do it right, this will be hard for. So invitation to color outside the lines, always, but for the next 3 rounds of breath for sure. There's a little village next door to where we're filming, so you might get to hear them a little bit with their music in the background. It's been pretty sweet. All right. Tuck the toes, press the hands down and slowly lift the knees. Hips move up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out here. Inhale, lift the heels and bend the knees really deep so that the belly comes onto the thighs. Really push through the hands. And then send the heels over towards the right. So the hips will really go towards the right too, and let the left fingertips be heavy. Begin to bend into the knees really deeply and press through the right hand. Maybe the left arm comes up. And then eventually come all the way down to a seat. So you're kind of sitting in like a sideways side plank. Left hand to the back of the head. Press the head back into the hands slightly and open up the heart. And then wave the elbow down towards the mat. So it's a funny little shape. Feel into where it feels good to you. Inhale, open, and exhale, curl. Once more. And then bring yourself back around in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the heels, wave forward, puff up the back of the heart as you roll forward. And knees, chest, chin come down to the ground. Untuck the toes, ripple the spine up. Cobra pose. And then downward facing dog. Full round of breath. Inhale, lift the heels and bend the knees deeply, all the way, like the belly can all the way come onto the thighs, so quite dramatically. And then bring the heels over towards the left. Maybe one or both of the soles of the feet go on the ground. Begin to bend the knees deeply, pressing into the left hand, getting really light in the right fingertips. Eventually, you take a seat, and you can kind of turn the feet towards the back of the mat just slightly so you can get a twist here. Hand to the back of the head, and then begin to roll the elbow towards the mat. And just move like you here 3 times with your breath. Downward facing dog. Again, lift the heels, roll forward. And then take it however you like. Knees, chest, chin, or come all the way down to the ground, your choice. And then any variation, high or low cobra. Heart gets wide. Downward facing dog. All right, adding on a little bit. Inhale, lift the heels, bend the knees, belly to the thighs, and the heels towards the right. Get deep in the legs. Float the left arm up. Now, I want you to get the right sole of the foot on the ground. The left toes are gonna get light, and you can move them in front and move them behind. Just play for a moment. The hips can stay low, but just see where you can move the leg. And then get low into the hips, and we're gonna pounce. Left foot is gonna come towards the top of the mat. So you can press through the right foot. Left leg comes up, up, and over towards the top of the mat. Pivot the back heel down, warrior dog. Arms go long, like downward dog off the corner of the mat. Warrior 2 in the legs, sway the spine. Whole sole of the back foot is rooted down, and let this feel good. Maybe a little bit of good hurt here. Pull back on the left hip crease. You can think outer spiral with the front thigh. And then we wave towards the back of the mat. 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙚. Right knee bends, left hand plants, and wave up the right arm. And then 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙚, top of the mat. To the back of the mat. And then wave to the top of the mat, low lunge twist. Bend the back knee down, drip it down slowly. And the left hand comes to the sacrum. Press through the front foot and then slowly lift up. Low lunge twist. Push the pelvis forward just slightly and lengthen the front of the body. One more inhale. And exhale. Right hand comes down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift the heels, and exhale, belly to the thighs. Send the heels to the left. Get low in the hips. Right arm lifts. Left foot comes to the ground, and then just play with the right leg and see what your options are. Feel around. Bend the hips deeply and then pounce towards the top of the mat. Right foot comes up and over. You can use your hand. Back heel plants, warrior two in the legs. Downward dog off the side of the mat. In the torso. Sway the spine. Humble yourself down with your breath. All right. Pivoting towards the back of the mat, 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙚 with a twist. Top of the mat. Again, back of the mat. Once more, top of the mat. And then slide around, low lunge twist. Back knee slowly comes down and exalt. So maybe the hand comes at the sacrum, or maybe it slides down the thigh. Getting long on the front side of the body, opening the heart space. And exhale, fold it down. Downward facing dog. All right, Vinyasa, your choice. Heels lift and let that roll, wave through the body. Knees, chest, chin, any variation. High-low cobra. Downward facing dog. All right, we're just adding on a little bit here. Inhale, lift the heels and go straight over towards the right. Bend the hips down. The left leg will be light this time. Take a pounce down. Left leg comes up and over, big. And come all the way around to 𝙎𝙪𝙥𝙚, back of the mat. To the top of the mat. To the back of the mat. Listen up, a little bit different. The right arm comes underneath the left arm and take a seat back. Goddess squat. Steady breath. Unwind the arms slowly. Switch the feet for warrior two. Stay and breathe. Find a spot of tension here and also a spot of sweetness. Reverse warrior. And exhale, wave it down. Downward facing dog. Full round of breath. All right, heels lift and send them over towards the left. Really press through the left hand here. Get some buoyancy in the legs. Get light in the right toes, and then take a big up and over. And then we pivot on the back foot. High Skandasana. It's a big transition. High Skandasana, top of the mat. Once more to the back. Really getting open in the groins, and then this time wrapping the arm under, eagle pose. You can do the same thing. You can switch it around. You can sway, maybe lift the heels. Lots of options here. As always, make it your own. All right, very slowly unwind the arms. Pivot the feet into warrior two. I love this move, this slicing open here. And sink in warrior two. Both feet firmly planted, pressing down and lifting up. This descension and ascension. Flip the front palm, reverse warrior. And wave it down. Downward facing dog. This time just rinse it out. So waving forward once. Slowly bring the knees down, hips to heels. Take a seat. Flip the palms up. Feel the breath move through the body. Notice if it's sped up, the rhythm, the rapidity, the texture. Recognize how the body is like, oh, thank you for breathing and moving me. When we give ourselves some attention, we are like a sponge. Maybe it's been a while, or maybe you get on your mat every day. It doesn't matter. The appreciation that the body receives, that it gives. Really beautiful relationship. A few more rounds of breath. Bring the legs out in front. And actually, let's take Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together. Grab the ankles, open the heart, spread it wide. We've been so working on incrementally cracking the heart open this week. And then slowly wave it down. Tuck the chin into the chest, and then as if you had a string on the back of your heart, let yourself be pulled up slowly. Chin comes up last. Get long in the front of the heart. Fold down with length. Kind of pull through the ankles. And then chin to chest, round as you come up. Once more, long in the front body. Fold it down. Stay here for a moment. Flip the palms up. And see if you can note something delightful in this moment, even and in spite of the places in which you feel tension. In this practice, inviting you to extend this practice, just try it for a week. And, throughout your day, maybe a couple times, take note, something that feels challenging, whether it's your coffee's too cold or you're in traffic, and something that is sweet, like the song that's playing is great and the view is good, or just to recognize that the two are always there together. There's always something, and that practice is so beneficial to set that pattern of our ability to get wide enough to see both. Next inhale, slowly rising. And to close, we'll just take 3 rounds of breath. A big inhale and an audible sigh out the mouth, maybe with a little vibration in the body. Big inhale. And exhale. Again, inhale. Once more, inhale. Beautiful. Thank you for joining me. If you want a little further resourcing on this, look up the Brahma Viharas, the heart practices. I'll put a little link down below, but appreciative joy, mudita, how we appreciate our joy and the joy of others. A reminder that joy looks like lots of things, like little wins, it looks like big celebrations, but the possibility for it is everywhere. And because of the pain of life, it is not frivolous. It is truly a practice. It should be a compulsory practice that we are able to, to bring that in as well. We must risk delight. Thank you. If you'd like to explore with one of my longer form classes, then I have a free gift for you. Just enter your email in the link above or the description below, and we'll send you one of my classes from CCY Studio. And you'll have more space to explore, as well as longer shavasanas. So see what you think. I hope you enjoy.